Hello again, it's Railway Russ here. Welcome to another video on the PC Rail Heritage Signalling Simulations, and this time we're having a look at Yatton. This is quite a recent release, 20th of February actually, so it's only a couple of weeks from recording of this video. It's another one produced by Rob Roterdink. Of course, he's a master at the Heritage Simulations and distributed through PC Rail. The full version, of course, the timetable does start at midnight and runs for 24 hours, but on the evaluation version, which we are going to have a short run through, the timetable starts at, we've got it at 3:56 and it runs for about 90 minutes. So Yatton, it's on the Great Western Railway line. Of course, we've got this is the up line to London, so that's Bristol to the left, and Taunton Western-super-Mare to the right. We've got a couple of branches as well. Just go to a quick Google if you want to have a look at Google Maps at some time. Got this set up at the moment on Yatton. Of course, both of the branches are now being closed. There was the Cheddar branch, which is this one coming off here. On the simulation, it's the other way round, so you'll see this one going, instead of going down, it'll be going up. So say it's reversed left to right. So this branch, Cheddar branch, went quite a long way. You can actually follow that at your leisure sometime, and that was closed 1969. I've got a bit earlier for passengers. Now the Clevedon branch, this was a very short branch, very difficult to trace, but I think it's more or less going up here into Clevedon, and you can actually look at some pictures of it in this square. This is where the station was, apparently. If you look on, search on Google or Disused Railways, I think you'll find lots of information on that. So of course there's not much left at the current Yatton. The signal box closed there about 1971. So as you can see, you've just got two tracks going through there now, and the station either side. Anyway, let's back to the simulation. This is a bit more interesting. So the layout is based in the 1950s, and as I say, we've got the start time. I've set up my usual combination. I've got the sounds on, block bell set to menu for ease of showing. Nothing else is got no late running or nothing nasty on there. Well, let's have a look at the general layout. What makes this layout interesting? Well, as you can see on the block shelf, there's quite a few block instruments and bells for a start, so we'll have a look at those. Now with the fringe box, we've got Yatton East. Now this is quite close. It's only 48 chains, which is just over half a mile. And because of this, we've not got to, when you get train offered from Yatton East, you need to offer the train on forward if you can, of course, if the line's clear, and because as soon as you get train intersection, it's literally at your home signal, and vice versa. When we've got trains going to Yatton East, put the starter back 118, otherwise you get an error there. There is, of course, we always recommend reading the local information excuse me, about the general history of the line, adaptations. There's also information about the Yatton West to Yatton East, and then the fringe box distances there, so we can have a look at those. Ewish, I think that's how I pronounce it, crossing 1 mile 56, that's on the main line going to Western-super-Mare. Congresbury, that's the next adjacent or next signal box on the Cheddar line, which is this line at the top going through to Cheddar and Wells. And then the Clevedon branch, that was 3 miles 29. Now I presume there's tokens on this Cheddar branch, because there's a picture on the opening screen, of course, with the train coming off the branch and the signalman going out to collect the token. and the Cleveland was a 1 engine in steam. The signal box was only open there from 1916 to 1917, I believe, and then closed. And then it was a 1 engine in steam, so I presume it's some kind of staff, which probably had keys to work the ground frame at Clevedon. Right, so I think that's everything on there. We'll go through these block instruments and the general layout. So on the left, we're working to Yatton. So we've got 2 bells, which is unusual, but we've got this down goods loop coming in at the top. If you notice, the first signal is not numbered, so that is controlled by Yatton. 19's a good signal, and you've got the Great Western white circle on the arms, which indicates goods lines. You'll notice some route indicator signals as well. We've got this one here, she can show 3 routes. We've got the one in the Cheddar Bay platform, that's also got a route indicator on it as well. And we've got another one down at this area of the line as well, 34, 29 and 30. So I'll try and work through these. It does look complicated, but it's basically, you've got this, the single line coming in from Cheddar, a double junction, then you've got connections into the bay. And also the Clevedon line is quite complicated. You've got a loop, then a double junction there, and then connections into the bay. No run round on that one at all. So anyway, going back here, we've got the down goods loops coming in. So we've got the mainline bell. We control the down main. Yatton East controls the up main. That's the repeater. And then we've just got 1 block instrument for the down goods. We can only accept trains on the down goods. We can't send trains, obviously. Coming on to into the middle of the block shelf, we've got the instruments for the main line, this U-ish crossing and U-ish relief line. So the main lines are in the middle, so we've got the down main, the up main, and then we've got the relief either side. So we've got the down relief adjacent to the down main and the up relief adjacent to the up main. So we've got block instruments for that. You've got an access from the relief directly into the up sidings. So that's the normal standard block, absolute block of course, and the single line instruments are shown here on the right hand side of the block shelf. So that's the first instrument is the Congressbury. Again, it won't show train entering section or train online, it just says to or from, and the same with the Clevedon, we've got to or from on that one. So what else have we got on the system? Oh, we've got a turntable. First time we've had turntables on PC Rail before, but they've not been graphically shown. Next thing is to get them working, of course. The locos aren't shown as direction, facing or trailing or chimney first or bunker first or whatever. So, you know, the turntables are more cosmetic at the moment, but you never know. I might see that developed in the future. This is the position of the box, of course, Yatton West. Yeah, let's start the simulation running. I think I've covered everything. So these special signals, now I'm not quite sure which number's which, but I think they're set geographically. So 24 will be across this crossover, 25. We've got a limit of shunt shown there, look, so we can actually shunt onto the down main. And then 21, yes, 21 will be coming over 20 and 19. We've got facing point locks shown as well, quite a few of those. It's quite a big lever frame, as you can see. We've got a couple of ground frames. There's the ground frame is just, well, sorry, we've got 1 ground frame, not a couple, cap urns, and that's the company still going at Yatton, I believe. So that's released by 125, so release that lever, then we can put, then we can control G2 is the facing point lock, of course, and G1 is the point. And we've also got these locations at the right of the frame. These are the new style flags, green flags, or and and signals, as it were. We've got a few locations of there. One is obviously to come out of the ground frame. We've got one in the cheddar bay to go across the crossover, one to come out the sidings, one to come out the spare. I'm not sure where the other one is. Right, well, we'll find it as we need it. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those hand signal locations. Right, let's say we'll get the trains running. If there's any gaps, I will try and speed those forward. If I do that, you'll see a little clock in the top right hand corner, just to indicate that I've sped the time up a little bit, try and keep these videos manageable in times. Yes, I think that's everything there. Let's get the things running. So if you remember, as soon as you get a train accepted from Yatton East, offer it on and clear the signals. That way we get the distance signal. Fairly straightforward pulls, quite logical in fact. Great Western quite good at that. So for the down main, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 is the distant at the end. Right, let's have a look at the first train. Trying to confuse me already. So we've got 2 trains offered on the main one from each direction. So I'll accept that, and I shall also, if you remember, offer that one on. So he's cleared his starter already. So we'll clear our signals. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. 6 is the white stripe indicating release by line clear, which is line clear from Hewish crossing. So that's all the signals cleared. Now you'll see 4 signal and 9 signal, they look a bit odd. They are, it looks like they are underslung signals, so the bracket goes across the top and then drops down to the signal arm, and it also looks as though they are reduced size arms as well. So if you try and find a picture of that signal, it should look quite interesting. The other one of note, of course, is this 107. You got a little arm further down the post on that one, so I presume that will be for the sidings into the side of it. We can find that out as we're working it. 126, yeah, 126 will be for the main line. 108 will be across there into the bay, so I presume 107 will be to go into this cheddar siding and the middle siding. Now you know the goods shed, not covered these locations. The goods shed is quite unusual. It's fed right across these 2 lines, and the access point is this one here, number 80. So that goes across there. We've got a little loco shed here, Clevedon loco. Train into section, and there he is straight away. What have I set my skill level to? 6. Yeah, I'll try and leave it at 6. If it gets a bit too fraught, I'll slow it down. Train into section, that's for the other class 4, so we can now offer that on to the Yatton East. And again, we've got a bit more time on that side, so we'll try, what do we need? 128, 127, 120, 119, and 118. Oh, I'm a bit too slow there. I've missed the distance. Yeah, just started to break, so that's probably me just delaying. Anyway, I better send train into section. Well, that one is sped through. Of course, 1 looks as though it's gone back, but it's slotted. 2, 3, 4, and out of section. Okay, it's a busy old start. So we've got another class 4 offered. 5 and 6 can go back. I think I'm going to just slow that down a little bit. These trains going through at 50, they seem to speed across the diagram quite quick, which is alright if I'm not going through all the other things as well. Right, so he's we're picking up time now. Right, so we've got the bay. I've covered the Clevedon loco. We've got the siding road there, which is you'll see later on for shunting stuff in and out the upsidings. Good shed siding, middle siding there. We've got a turntable at the end of that spur and a loop siding there, which is strange, but there we've got a loop siding there, then a spare, which is just, I suppose, deflecting trains from trains going from the down main to the down relief. Right, anyway, better back to this one, train intersection. For the one on the up, still got all these signals off. Right, I actually cut the bell off that while I was moving the levers. So, outer section, I'm going to offer that class 4. And then, while it's up at the bell, I can send outer section for the one just past on the ups. Yeah, if it's, it does run a bit too fast, this one to start with, so I'll say slow it right down. Okay, that is quick. Anyway, better get these signals off. We know the sequence. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1. Right. After the flurry of activity, we settle down a bit. Have I covered all these locations? Yes, I think I have now. And that's train intersection from Yatton East for the down train. Now the next one we've got is 5L01, which is ECS, and that's coming out of Clevedon loco number 1, which is this location here. So it basically, it's a push and pull train on that branch, and the loco is at this end because he uncouples and does a bit of shunting. So he brings the coach into the bay platform, uncouples, forms 2, so the coach forms 2 Lima at 1, detach engine as OL61 as reporting, and that's going into the upsiding east to perform some shunting duties. So that's a fairly straightforward move. This one's passing through the station. Yeah, trying to put 2 back before 1, which of course the interlocking won't allow. So train intersection on the main. And outer section for that. 3 and 4 can go back, and 5. So you have to keep an eye on some of these trains. They might go in from, they might arrive on the down main or even the down goods and leave on the relief line. So the only place we can actually cross over onto the relief is this crossover, this one here. So 17 will signal onto the relief, and coming off the relief, obviously, unless it's going into the yard, crosses over this crossover and back onto the main line, which is 122. Now there's some fun, strange interlocking with this one. Yes, I think if you've got those traps 114 set to come out, you can't clear 1, 2, 3. That's right. So to signal a train from the up relief, which I think we actually got one later on, into the siding, you've got to leave the trap point set until it's come up to this, the next signal. One thing I have not covered, of course, is mentioned is the clearing points. Most important thing. So there we got clearing points denoted by the copyright symbol, but we've got another one there. X applies for down main only. I'll just acknowledge that. I've got quick time advance on and time compression on. So if there's a lot of things happening, you can click that off if you've got some shunting about at the time. Right, so the clearing point on the down goods loop is this signal. So in effect, there isn't a clearing point for goods trains. As long as the line's clear up to there, we can accept one. On the down main, it's a different story. We need the line clear up to this 313 signal. So if you've got one, so we can't send out a section basically till it's past these signals, then we can accept the next train. Now coming the other way, if you notice, we have got the good old inner and outer ohm signals. This is always useful. It means if the line's clear up to the inner ohm, we can always accept a train. That's asking me if I can accept that ECS from the loco, which I can. So to get him into platform, we need to unlock the points with 40. Presume the points are 50. Now then, let's just try that. Sometimes you don't need to lock the points for trailing move. So it's now held at 51. Let's try 51. Yeah. On some simulations you need the lock, on others you don't. You always need them for facing move, but this is a trailing move. Where was it? Yes, in or out. Now the clearing points on the branch. Where we've got from Congressbury, the clearing points marked there. So it's probably 200-300 yards past the bracket signal, first ohm signal, and on the Cleveland branch we've got the clearing point marked there. So as soon as it's clear onto this passing or double line part of the branch, we can send out a section to Cleveland. Obviously in real life the signalman would collect the staff. Well, I know he collects it from the Congressbury line because there's some footways where he walks across the line, but I'm not sure about that one. They might just leave the staff on the train or loco. It might not be interlocked with the signals. To simulate this ground frame being locked by staff or token, you can't use that ground frame with a train in the section. I think. We'll try that later on. Right, we've got a class 9 outfit on the down main. He's going to the upsiding east. Now this is a bit of a shunt. They've got no facing access into it this way, so it tells you what he has to do. So anyway, let's get this one accepted. No need to offer this on, of course, because it's stopping here. Now I have found a small niggly problem. I've had a job trying to stop trains behind 92 using the shunt 2 command. They tend to go forward to the number 6 signal, or if you're using the relief line it will say 112. Now the designers recommended that we use the relief line for stopping trains behind here because it does at least show 112. Now another mistake I made with these, let me go back to this one. I've still got the signals off, excuse me a minute. Let's points 50. I'll pull the lock. Right, so I need to uncouple this, so it's right click and I'm going to call it OL61, so I need to type that in. It departs 428. I was in there quite a while. So this one really departs at 428. This one should get in before but he arrives in the sidings at 425. Right, so what was I saying about these ground signals? Yes, apparently you have to clear the signals in advance for the route. Basically, say if you've got one coming from the down relief into the upsiding road, you won't be able to clear 112 until you've cleared 92. You need to clear 92 first, then 87, and then 112. I think that's designed to stop any movement being stopped on the main line. So before you can leave, say, the down relief, all these signals need to be off, and then that way he is signalled all the way through. It's not going to. You think you could stop them at 92 and 87, but it seems not. Unless you're reversing, which I'm going to try and do, of course, with this one. Right, while this one's approaching me, I'll cut that out until I get train intersection from Yatton East for that one. There's nothing else happening. Right, okay, we're back again. Train intersection, that's for the class 9. For the upsidings east, and he's already passed his starter signal, which is replaced. Now we need to caution these trains right up beyond this signal. I've tried to use the shunt 2 to all it's showing is 24, which is this one to cross over. I think I might change the line onto the up relief, which is recommended. So let's unlock these. 110. Relock. There. So off is approaching our first dome signal. We get him to about 10 or under, and then we bring it basically peg to peg all the way to where we want him to stop. So that's number 2 signal. Now 13, which we need, and oh no, sorry, 13's cross onto the Cleveland run. 3 and 4 9s for the Cheddar branch are quite close together, as you can see, or you'll see from this distance or time, the speed it's going at, should I say. So it's quite a long train. You've got 30 wagons on plus the brake van, and is going to go into siding. It does continue to Wells, so that's another. There he does. Look, he forms 9B8 tail, which is this one, and again another bit of a shunt to get him on the right line. So oops, I've already stopped him at 3, sorry. Put 2 back. Should have kept him moving, should have kept an eye on him. This is where the loco whistles are quite useful. Of course, it doesn't always start straight away. In this case, it's not starting at all. I think he's nipped out for a newspaper or something. Oh, he is moving. Just have a look at the shunt too. Ah, we have got 92. So that's the signal we need to stop it at. So I'll set the shunt set at 92. It's already braking again for 4, so I'm going to clear 4 as well. Turn the time compression off just while we're shunting about. Not a lot of time. I've probably delayed it a little bit there, that signal. So and then of course we've got another one due on the down main in six minutes of class 3. Parcels, I think depends ants. Parcels, so he's going to be coming through at quite a speed. In reality, if this one was late and you didn't have time to do this shunt row before this class 3 wanted to come through, we could run it up to 18, clear of the main line, let this parcels go through and set the signals and reverse him in. Right, I'm going to try 17. Oops, I've stopped him again. Right, 3 can go back, and we can send out a section for that now. Right, let's see where he does stop. I say it has been a bit finicky with me, this reversing for this particular move. If it does carry on to 18, there's not a problem, we can always get it back. 4 can go back, and then we just wait hopefully for him to stop at 92. Now this one, let's read the notes. Runs through the station, which we are doing reverse at signal 92. From 92 route through the upsiding road, which is this one, to the up platform via signal 45. Right, we can get these set all at this end, so we need 37 reversing and 36 and 43. Oh, there we go, it stopped at signal 92. Now, looks a bit odd. You think, oh, is the track circuit still lit there? But there's just one track circuit shown for all the lot here, so we should be able to get those back. 17 can go back, of course. Let's try these signals. We've got a single slip arrangement, which is a crossover and a slip into the upsiding road. So we need 91, I think, and 89. Right, let's try 92 there. Oh, it does work perfect this time. So yes, last time I used the down relief up to 6 and it didn't stop behind 92, but this time it has. We've got a class 3 offered on the down main. I might sting this one a little bit. I'll accept that one. This is backing in, so he's going to have to clear 45. So we want this one to stop behind 88. Let's try the shunt to not shown as yet. So I think when I did this, he went right down to 119. Now this is coming through 60. I don't think I'm going to get this one clear in time. Let's put these points back and get 92 back. See if we can use a shunt to 88. Right, I better get these. What is it? 91, 89. Let's get this one off and see if we can keep that one going. Signals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. Just done it, I think. Oh, yep. We put the distant down the chimney, as they say. Right. So this one has held at 119. I have put shunt to 88. Look, but it's still gone right to the bottom. But no matter. We could put 45 back, and hopefully 88 will clear. And it has. Good. Yeah, it's a minute too late on that one. I was not paying attention to the speeds. Crikey, this one is shooting through. Oh, I always keep forgetting that. I think I sped this back up again. I'm going to put it on level 5. Train engine section. I forgot to put one back first. 2, 3, 4. Outer section. Yes, they don't mess about. 60 miles an hour straight through. And this one now is back into siding. This, if you remember, this light engine, which is in the bay, is also going into the upsidings east after that one's gone. So we'll need 41. We'll lock, so we can move 42. And clear 41 again. Obviously, I can't. Now, one thing I did put 6 back. One thing to be aware of is signal 49. Last time I did that, I got all the points set, cleared the signal 39, and it didn't move, of course, because it's behind 49. So we need 49 signal. In fact, I'll clear that now, so I don't forget. You can actually then draw up to the main signal, which he is doing. Right, it's gone inside, 88 to come back. Sorry, I'm clicking on the diagram. Sometimes it is quicker, especially if it's new, you're not quite sure whether they're on the levers. You can just click on the diagram. Outer section for that. Parcels, 37. And we should be able to get 39. And then 88. So he can follow that one into the siding. Right, so he comes out. That's the next movement then. This class 9 comes out the upsiding east, and he needs to go to Cheddar. So let's have a look what it says on the shunt. So route to up platform. That's down there. Set shunts for signal 88, which is this one again. Route to down main. Right, so he comes out the yard, behind there, across the down main, and set shunt for signal 92, which is this one. When at signal 92, route to down platform and set shunt for signal 4. So he comes out, across there, backs into the station behind signal 4 only, across the point, change the points off this train on. So yes, a bit of a shunty move. Right, 39 can go back, and 88. Use the diagram. Right, let's put speed compression on then, and this freight should appear. Not a lot of time. So we've got one on the up main due at 4:56, and one on the down main again 4:58. We've got one on the upside east to the goods. Oh, that's a shunt move. And then one on the up relief into the upsidings west. That's fairly straightforward. Yeah, we'll run it to about 90 minutes as the evaluation, so that'll be about 5:30. Right, I get these points set back 37. That's set for the main line. I don't think you'd be able to run a goods train into the bay. Still got 49 left off. Where's this goods train? There is, except train RB8. We can do that. Now then, we need a hand signal for this move. UPS, you can either click on that or you can click on that. There's the green hand signal, and then we need 45, which is the ground signal to go forward. Now let's see if I can set the shunt to 88. There, shunt set 88. Hopefully it'll stop behind that. Should be able to get 91. That's this crossover. Right, put the hand signal. Withdraw that. He's braking. Well, it looks like he's going quite a way, but we'll see. 89 now, we can get that one. There's okay to come out onto the main line now. Oh yes, held at 88. It's just the length of the train, it quite a long way. 45 can go back, and then we should be able to get 88. The lever frame's that long, of course, you're having to scroll left and right. So the amount of scroll you need to make is dependent on the size of your monitor, of course. This one's quite a wide one, so it includes quite a bit of a layout. Right, he's braking. I need to clear 5, and then I need to attempt to shunt. It's not got it on. Now it's just got shunt to 44, wherever that is. Oh, that's this one. So they're a little bit finicky. I've not even got shunt 2 on there now. Look, it just says stop. Anyway, we know we can't go. We won't go past 6, so. Oh, I've got 87 and 92. There. See if that works. I'll reset these now, so I'll put 43 back. 88 can go back. Yeah, I think he's going down to number 6. Right, that's the class 4 offered on the up main, which I know I can accept. Even though we've got these points across still, the clearing point is to there. Right, we'll put these points back. 89, 91, 5 can go back. Now where's he going? So he's going back into the down platform. So I might need some signals clearing in advance here, we'll check. So I've got shunt set 92, but as I say, the down relief, yeah, is held at 6. So it's probably better to use the relief lines for that. Let's see if I can get... so I probably need 87 first, which I can't clear, because I need 92 first, which I can't clear, because I need 79 first. Yeah, this is this reverse sort of interlocking to get trains moving. So I needed basically 79, 92 and then 87, and is moving. So at least it's not trapped down there. So now I need to use the shunt to 4, if that's... Oh, it's still on shunt to 92. Take that off. Shunt to signal 4, there we go. Yeah, it's a little bit finicky, that shunt to, on that area of the line, but nothing to you know, get train stuck really, even if he goes right down to the section signal. I don't think it's too far. Right, got this class 4. I'm going to offer that one on, even though I haven't got intersection. I've got 36 still set wrong. Just check the route. Yeah, so I'm going to offer that one on. It's doing 3 minutes anyway. Now this will make sure I get the distance signal cleared for him. Nine, 8, and the distance. That's all cleared for that one. Down main to down main. Now they might offer this class 7 on the down main, but of course we can't accept this train. We're actually going into the clearing point, and that's what it's doing at the moment. Anyway, I'll acknowledge train intersection. That's the one on the down, and I'm not going to accept that. If I try to accept it, it wouldn't allow me to tell me off. It'd say line is not clear to clearing point. In reality, we don't use 2 blocking back signals for that sort of move, which piece of rail don't include or haven't put it in as yet. That might be possible again in the future. We'd have to send 2-4 to Yatton East, blocking back inside home signals. Anyway, the train stopped at 4. Let's see if we can get this this route set to get him off out of the way. So we need lock 32.61, I think. Why can't I clear the points? Oh, but it's to do with this 98. 60, that needs to be changed and then relocked. Try 61 again. I don't know why I can't get 61. Oh, flank. No. Now I am a bit lost on that one. Oh, of course. I know why I can't get 61. I've still got all these signals off, of course. Anyway, let me send train intersection for that one and put these signals back. There's usually a logical reason. Oh, I think, and one thing I did forget to mention, let me just pause it. You've got some distance signals shown under our 120 and 119 and 118. All those distance signals are obviously the ones worked from Yatton East. So you've got no control over those. Right, I'll start the time going again. So let's get these signals back. See if they can go back in any order. 79. 92, 87. Fingers crossed we can get 0.61. Ah, thank goodness for that. 32, and then we can clear the signal. Now we'd obviously clear signal 9, I think that is. Right, this is the short section I was telling you about. So I've still got my signals off. 119, 118. And I haven't even sent out a section on the up as well yet, so I'll have to do that. Right, there was a train buzzed in there. We would have offered this train on, of course, to get the token out to deliver to this freight as it's passing the box, so we'll do that anyway. Class 9. That's a nice spell. 10 and 11. Run outside and give him the key or the token. Right, we've got another freight there. Oh, this is that shunt move. Right, I'm going to accept this class 7 at long last, because he's now been stopped down at Yatton East. Right, I'll just put 9 back. Right, we've been offered one on the relief. So we know the line's clear to that claim point. I'll accept that. And that's going into the yard. So that's straightforward. I think it actually stops. Yeah, oh, I'm not sure if it stops down there or not, or it goes straight in. Right, I'm going to send train into section, which I always forget to do on these single line instruments. Right, I'm going to get these points back before I get train into section, but I already did. Right, so I'm going to sting that one a little bit. So let's offer this one on under down main, class 7. Clear all the signals. I'll pull the distant, which is a bit futile. It's not gone off because he's put his starter back. So, right, what have we got there? Right, he's going to the goods. So it's coming out of the east, sidings, reverse at signal 88, set route to a platform, then proceed to signal 112 on the down relief, which is that one. And then he goes into the goods shed, so he goes across there into there. Right, so let's do that. 43 we need for those, and 36. Well, we need the hand signal. I'm going to click on the diagram. 45. He can't perform this anyway till this one's gone out of the way. 11 can go back on the branch, and then off he goes. See if I can shunt to that one. No, I think I must have been a bit too slow. 22 or 35, oh well. Put the signal back. Right, keep an eye on this one. Let me just see if I can. Now still won't show. Well, I'll stop him at 35, otherwise he'll disappear. Right, entering section for this class 7. 2 minutes late, that's due to me, I think, messing about. And 3 or 4 back and out of section. Now, in actual fact, now this one's stopped down at 35, I think we could actually run him down there and across. So let's try that. See if it works. I'll put 36 back. I've got 45 off. Need 43. 36. Now then, what signal would it be for that? Well, it's only one. Let's see if 35 works. No, it doesn't. So you cannot signal a train down there unless I can clear that. Let's doing a bit of experimental here, which is always quite nice to do. I'm going to pull 91. I'm going to clear. I'm going to put 6 back. Just trying something here. Bear with me. I'm just wondering if I can clear 90, then 35. Not sure. Yes, there we go. So we can do that. So again, it's clearing the signal in advance again to stop it. So instead of stopping behind 88 as requested in the notes, I've run it behind 35, and then instead of going back into this subsiding back again, I've run him down in the down direction on the up main and making sure we've got 90 first. Now he is going across to 112, so I need the 110 lock, change the points, lock it again. Oh crikey, don't give you no chance at all, do this. Another class 7 on the down main. Oh, that's the one on the relief. Right, we can leave that one till it's come up to 1, 2, 3 signal. Right, so I've got outer section, can accept that. Still got one on there. He's now at Congressbury with the looks of it. Waiting to stop. I'm going to clear 17. And then I want to try and click on shunt to 112 there. Hopefully it's all out the way before we get this one. You've got quite a lot of these shunt moves are quite tight. You know, your main line's got to be. Here he is, this coming on the relief now. Let's have a look what speed he's doing. 25. If you remember, I can't change the traps. If I do, I can't clear 1, 2, 3. So right, I'm going to put 35 back and 90. He's now slowing down. 17 should be able to go back. Then put this facing point, this crossover back, so it's 10, 111. Pull the lock again. Right, now he's held at 112, so we need 69, but that won't clear until we've got clear throughout. So we've got 83, which is new usual one. You've got a trap point at this end of this main line, and then you've got a trap point coming out the siding as well, so that should work. 69, I don't 60. Oh, of course I've got this signal. 67. Ah, I can see what I've done. No, let me put 67 back. I've not set this points here, look. 85, 109. We'll lock them again, but I don't think it's necessary. And that should be, let's try 69 this time on its own. Yes, yeah, I've got these points not set right. Right, this one, oh, he's already stopped at 1, 2, 3, so I can bring him up to the next signal. So back to this, move into the goods shed, 67. Should take it straight in. And there it goes. Right, just have a recap because we've got 6, 5 trains shown on there. 9 Bravo 80. Oh, I forgot to offer that one on. That's the class 7. Forgot all about that one. Better offer that one on and pull off. And that's out of section on the Jeddah branch. 2, 3, 4. Signal 4. Of course, signal 4 can't clear. Not doing very well here. I've not got these points back. Look, 89 and 91. Oh no, I don't need 89. Right, now I can clear 4, 5 and 6. And the distant, well, it's saved me a few pulls. These drivers aren't going to be here. I'll get some coal thrown at the window as they go past, I think. Right, so let's have a look where we've got that. That's going into the goods shed. And it's gone in there now, so let's remember to put the signals back and the points. Now he does come out later on, this light engine, and he goes across onto his coach in the Clevedon Bay, and he forms the first passenger to Clevedon, which is the 5:30 to Lima 01. It's asking you to hold the light engine at 112 for the 5:20 to Bristol to depart, which is this one. Right, where are we? Let's put 1, 2, 3 back. Keep an eye on this one on the main line. 2, 3, 4. Entry section. And outer section to Yatton. East. There. Right, I'm going to change these traps. And clear 1, 2, 1. That should bring him into the yard. Only a minute late, so not too bad. So again, that's not watching what I'm doing. 5 can go back. Yeah, just to remind you, you can download all our simulations, all the PC Rail simulations, free of charge. So download this one and have a look at it if you like the heritage ones. It's quite a good one. Certainly keeps me busy. Right, so that one's just going into the siding. Got another class 7 on the down main at 5:15. We've got a class 6. I think this one stops. Yes, this is the one what stops on the relief. Right, he's gone inside, so I can put 1, 2, 1 back and send out a section on the relief for that one. I'll put the chaps back as well. Right, so we're just waiting for outer section on the main. Ewish crossing. There's no time to put the kettle on here, is there? Right, well, I'm going to accept that. I acknowledge outer section and offer that one straight away. Although the class 7's 8s and 9s, so on, they are going a lot slower than a passenger train at 60. You would certainly have to offer this one passenger on straight away and clear the signals. Otherwise he would miss number 1 signal, but we've already got this one offered. While he was sending out a section, we kept him at the bell so we can clear all the main line signals. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are distant at the end, so you'll get into section in a couple of minutes. Right, we've got this class 6T06 on the up relief, and we know we can accept that one. Again, we've got lined the endpoint up to this bracket signal. Now these stops on the up relief, how long does he stop for? We don't know, doesn't say. He goes past at 5:33. If you need to know things like that, you can look in the timetable and then find 6T06, type it in, and there we go, up relief. Arrives 5:20, departs 5:31, and passes Yatton at 5:33. I think when it does stop in the up relief, it does show you departure time in the train's information window as well, so you know when it's due to leave. Right, 5:12, so yeah, we're in another 10 minutes. Well, we'll have to let this passenger train go on the Cleveland branch at least. And we've used both of the branches. So let's just have a look what we've got. This one's 7C01, that's all cleared. All the signals are set for that one on the down main. This one, class 6, is coming on the up relief. He is stopping there, so we can give it 1, 2, 3 when it's close to it. We've got a light engine coming out of the goods, which is this is this Collet 1P 0422 tank engine. That's the loco for this Cleveland branch. So it's coming out the goods shed behind 112, then going across here onto the Cleveland Bay to attach to his coach, and that forms the 530 to Cleveland to Lima at 01. So there's a note here to hold at signal 112 for the 9B82, which is the one out the siding. Alright. Well, is that straightforward? Up siding east to the up main, that's probably the easiest one you can do. It's just straight out there, through the platform and off on his way. We've got another one here going to the ground frame. Look, light engine coming up the up siding east. Shunt engine to pick up wagons at Caperns. So stops in Cleveland Bay. So the light engine comes into the bay and then goes up into the Caperns. Now I know I couldn't release the ground frame while there's something in the section. Drainage section. Yeah, that's for the class 7. Oh, except train. Right, that's the light engine from the goods. Right, well, we can bring him down to there. So let's get this 83 and then clear 82. Right, we've got this route indicator signal for that. Let's just have a guess. I would say 34s for the spare, 29s along the down relief, and 30 is to go across onto the down main, but we'll find that out shortly. One and two can go back. That's for the relief. And I'm going to send train intersection on the main. 3 and 4 can go back. And we can send outer section to the east box. Right, this light engine is stopping, so let's see if 29 is the right signal. Oh yes, there we go. DO down relief. And I'm going to, it's actually stopped at the signal. 5 can go back. I'm going to click on shunt 2. It's saying 81, so it's not. I have to leave that a little while. 6 can go back. So he's saying to wait for this one coming out of the yard. Right. Yes, I think this is where I found time out these signals. I tried to put the light engine sort of there waiting at 92. But again, you've got to clear the signals. That 92 and 87's got to be clear before you can clear 112. Let's see if I can use a shunt 2. Ah, here we go. Shunt 2 at 112. Attempting to run this light engine across into the bay, but he's due out in any minute now, so we'll behave yourself and obey by the notes in this. Right, I've still got 82 coming out of the good shed, and the trap's 83. Which one was it? 29 can go back, and he stood behind 112. Meanwhile, we've got this one coming up the relief. It's already slowed down to below 10, so I'll give him 1, 2, 3, and then just bring that up. Outer section on the main. Right, so all the block instruments are normal except that one on the up relief, which is train online obviously for that one. This is the one now coming out the siding. So he just carries on the up main, so that's fairly straightforward. I'll get him setting off and then offer this one on. So we need 43 and 36. The end signal, I'll do it on the diagram, and then 45. Offer that one on, class 9. And clear the signals, 119 followed by 118. So these distance signals are the east boxes. So that's up to him whether he clears them or not. I don't know how the programming works for that. Must be quite a clever bit of programming to decide whether these signals are cleared or not. Right, this class 6 coming on the up relief is clear. 1, 2, 3. I put that back now. I can't send out to section 4 for it until it's left this track circuit, so he stops where he is. Right, I'll put the on signal back. Just wait for that blue track to clear, then I can get this one across, although we can start. That's the lock. 111 crossover and the lock again. Should be at 91 and 89, I can remember that. Quite a long train. There. 45, so I need 37. Yeah, that's okay. Right, let me see what sequence this is. I'll just try 112. So I'll probably need 92 first. followed by 87, followed by 112. Yes, that seems to work. Right, we can send train into section on the main. And it's got the distance signals off, you see. So 119 can go back. Right, so this class 6 in the up relief, yeah, 5:31 it departs. There'll be no train ready to start indication, though it'll just be keeping an eye on that one. 44 can be cleared as well, I think. Yeah, he can go into his coach. Not got long before he's due to depart. (118) can now go back. Right, so we're just waiting for intersection for that one. Oh, there we go. This loco's weaving his way across all this point work into the bay. I think I can put some of these back now. So let's 112 back. And points. Let's reset it. 87 and 92. Then I can put all these back as well. That's 89 and 91. Looks strange that track circuit being lit, but it's part of the yellow track circuit, so it's picking it up as it's just crossing that diamond crossing there. 44 can go back, followed by 43. I'm going to put 36 back as well. Sometimes I forget that and then wonder why I can't clear the main line signal. 120. Right, I'll just let that one, we'll watch that one depart. Now you won't, again, these light engines don't necessarily couple to the stock. It'll say terminated, then it'll probably say buffered up. It doesn't say anything. So I need to instruct him to couple, so I need to click on proceed. Then it's buffered up. Then I need to do it again and click on couple. So let's get the point set for this one anyway. Let's see what we need. Right, well, we need 41 unlocking. 42 and relock. Now, I had a bit of a thing last time. I don't think I could clear 38. The reason, I can in this case. Oh, 37 locked me up, so I'm going to change that. 57 can unlock, so we can put 47 across. And relock. Right, that's the line all set. So I'm going to offer that one on now and clear the signals. It's not due to depart till 5:30, but he is due to depart at 5:31. Right, so Clevedon. It's even though it's one engine in steam, we have got an instrument for that. Right, is likely for class 2. Oh, another bell, different bell. So now remember to clear 49, which I forgot. Left it there. 38 and 14. Then we've got started right down there. 15. That one from the relief's due to depart in a couple of minutes, so I'll get this crossover set. What's the lock? 117. Change the points from 116 and relock. Just check the route. Yeah, so okay. I'll give them the signal 122 and offer this one on. So that's class 6. $120 followed by 119 and 118. Right, this one's setting off from the bay. It's the first train down the branch to Clevedon. So I'll put 49 back. And 38. I'll leave my 7-1 from outside and east yet. That's the one to the ground frame. Right, I'll see if we can send entry section for that. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit pinicky on some of them, but that's okay. Sometimes it has to wait for the track circuit, you know, just in front of the section signal. Anyway, let's put 14 back and I'll just signal this one out. So I need 41 putting back, 42, I should relock that, 37, 43, and signal, and 44. So he stops in Clevedon Bay. It's actually timetable as well. At 5:34 arrives, 5:36 depart. 15 can now go back on the branch. This one's just setting off out the relief. Up relief. To remember to send out a section for that one. It's been on the block quite a while. Track circuit B3 is the green. That's why there's just that little line there to so right, 122 can go back, and now we can send out a section on the relief for that one, and off he goes. He's got the distant off as well. So well, I think I'll stop it there. Hopefully don't know if you're still with me or not. Hopefully you are. So we'll just recap. So I've got this class 6 coming out of the relief and he's signalled on the up main. Got one coming out the shed at the sidings. This light engine is going to go behind 38 and then go down into cap ends, and then we've got the one on the branch. So yeah, quite a nice simulation, that one. It was one of my favourite locations. I suggested a few years ago, but didn't think it had come to fruition, but it has, so I'm really pleased to see this. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've learned something new. Again, download it free of charge, give it a good run through, see what you think. If you have enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, you get notifications when we produce or release another video, and I'd love to read any comments you've got, good or bad, below. Just type them in and I'll try and reply as soon as possible. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you again on another video. Okay, cheers for now then, bye.